Welcome back to Razmafsar TV. Today I'm having Pettra back. Hi Pettra, how are you doing?
Hi, Manusha. Hello.
Good to see you, Pettra. Many people loved your video. It was in German.
Yeah.
And this time, with many ask me, "Oh, do it in English," because a majority of our people across the planet come from different countries, English-speaking
Yeah.
countries, non-English-speaking countries. But because English is lingua franca, international language, so that's what we thought we are going to have it in English and talk to Pettra. Okay, Pettra,
Yes,
introduce
of
yourself.
course, of course. I try. I do my best.
Sure, sure. Okay, Pettra, explain who you are and what you do.
So my name is Pettra Engeländer, and I'm doing horseback archery as a professional. And I have a martial arts school from horseback, and I'm also a horse trainer. And I'm training horses or build a natural relationship between a horse and a human, like in the ancient time. Like people, they had war horses and they had to do crazy things with their horses in a not friendly situation. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing as a professional, and yes, and this is also what I'm teaching.
Exactly. Can you tell us what you exactly mean with this, the natural relation? What does it mean between a human being and a horse? Can you explain it a bit?
Yeah, so with my researchers, I figure out that in the ancient time, people had more contact to non-verbal languages. So in our modern times, we have a lot of technique and mobile phones and everything. Yeah. So our body is not really at the moment. And if you are outside and being with animals, being in nature, and you have to stay alive, you need other skills. Yes. And these skills, I guess, you also develop in martial art. When you you cannot speak and say, okay, I will hit you now there, or something like that. You have to feel it. So, this feeling to go in this natural contact with an animal, this is what I figure out, or I found it again. I don't create it because we have a human body and we have this great skills to do this.
So, in order to establish a natural relationship or contact between a human being and a horse, I remember when I came and you taught me how to do it. I took some lessons with you. That you, for example, you do not use stirrups because you say that you can then in this way control your horse better because there is a connection between you and your horse. For example, am I correct?
Yes, yes, you are correct. So, and this is also this amazing thing that you have in martial art. The basic stand is a horse stance. And the horse stance is exactly this independent seat you need on a horseback.
Okay.
There is a connection between the horse stance and the foot and balance work in martial art is very connected to to the connection to a horse with your seat.
Okay. You still need a saddle? You don't need a saddle.
First, first you need the contact.
Okay.
And when we are going back in ancient times, I guess also in Persian history, children are riding horses bareback.
Bareback too.
You find it in all ancient stories where the children are growing up with the horse children. And this is a very natural contact. And when you get used to a natural moving, when you're sitting without a saddle, you feel the muscles. You have an instinct what will happen next. And this connection you need. This is the first. If you have this connection, then you can use a saddle because you, anyway, what your horse will do, you can keep your balance and you keep the balance of the horse as well. So,
You keep, okay.
yes, if you are not a good rider, imagine you have a big sack on your back and the sack is always doing crazy things. You are very busy down to keep the balance. Yeah.
Yes.
But if you have somebody who thinking with you, then it's very comfortable for the horse because the horse feels, oh, somebody is taking care of me. And then a relationship starts. It's like when you have a very cool stick training rhythm, bam, 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 no thinking, duck, 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 duck. Yes, and the flow is coming. Yeah, when you have stick fights, then this flow and this flow, what you experience in martial art, this is a good flow with the horse as well.
Okay. So bareback. So when, for example, you teach and people come to your school, you first teach them to ride bareback. Did I understand
Of
you?
course. But you know, that's more funny. First, I teach them to walk on the ground. You know, most people they are not standing, they cannot walk correctly.
Oh,
Yeah.
lucky human being, how he walked.
Yes, of course. This is the first what I'm doing. I teach them to walk, to stand in balance, to have an awareness of the surrounding. Yeah, this is all necessary that the horse feel safe in your friendship. The horse knows exactly if you are lying or you are truth. The horse, only by the walking feet, the horse can see if you are strong or weak.
And if did I understand you correctly, the horse always needs to feel that you're mastering the situation. You're strong. Am I correct?
Yes, yes. It's like if you have a true martial art master, you feel it, you can see it. And you can see it by his or her behavior because it's very gentle and calm.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you also then teach without using reins? So there are no reins used. You just
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but this is a kind of, it comes from the situation when you are fighting from horseback, or especially you are shooting bow and arrow from horseback.
Yes.
Then I have no hands to use the rein.
Of course. How can you do that? Yeah.
And the horse knows. They know. And if you have no friendship with the horse and you control over the rein, the horse feels, oh, she has no reins. Oh, I can run away. Yeah.
Mhm.
So in the ancient time, the contact to the horse was of the feeling and about the seat. And then it was not necessary to use the reins.
Okay, and then another question I have from you is that um, when you are sitting on horseback and when you want to do horseback archery or do it as shamshir, a sword or
Yeah.
whatever, do you need to first teach the horse to get used to the weapon, to the bow or to the sword? So the horse first needs to see the weapon and get used to it first before you do anything?
Mhm. Yeah. Yes, but it's not only to show, the
Mm,
horse has to understand.
okay.
The horse really has to understand the job, what
Mm,
is necessary. So we have in horseback archery, you are riding the horse with your seat. So this
mm,
is the reason why you don't need the hands.
yes.
But if you have a sword
Mm,
or a spear,
mm,
then you need the reins to use the physical power of the horse into your weapon.
mm.
This is totally different to horseback archery. In horseback archery, you are using this flying moment when the back is very, very calm. Then you release the arrow. Or you have a very, very fast Arabian horse. Then it's anyway, then you can release in any time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have a shamshi, a sword or a spear, then you use the back power of the hind leg of the horse into your weapon.
Oh, very interesting.
And then you need the reins to bend the horse. You have to control this hind leg energy into your weapon. And this
Oh,
is why you
wow.
need the reins. So the horse has to understand the language and his job or her job uh, for the different weapons.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yes, but the Xenophon, he was a Greek military general. He was in prison with the Persian people in Persia. And he saw that the Persian culture always all use the horses for military. And there is the root for the modern dressage comes from the Persian culture.
Oh, that's very interesting. Very interesting.
Mhm.
I just have another question for you. So you need a rein to use the weapon. It was very interesting what you mentioned, very valuable, that you use the hind leg of a horse into your weapon. Do you need, if you have like a lance or a spear and you go full gallop and hit the target, do you also need stirrups when you have a lance?
Yes.
Yes.
So if we are coming in a different century, when you have heavy armor and the horse has also heavy armor, then the stirrups is for to come to when you have a back energy when you hit something,
Yes.
yeah,
To
then you
compensate.
need the stirrups to keep the balance of you and the horse
Mm.
because everything is very heavy, yeah, and the stirrups gives you a support like a ground.
Um, it's a very another crucial question I always wanted to ask you. Now I remember I can ask you. First of
Yeah.
all, is there a limit, weight limit for someone to get on horse? For example, I said this person is 100 kilo, 120 kilo. Can everyone do horseback archery or riding? Let's say riding, or is there a limit? Say it's not good for the back of the horse.
So this is a tricky question because seriously, it depends on the balance. If you have 50 kilogram, bum bum, always hitting the back of the horse, and it's painful for the horse because this person cannot sit well, and you have a person who is 100 kilo and can smooth follow the rhythm. So I would say, okay, I take the 100 kilo.
Okay, so it depends on
So
the way you
it's,
sit.
well, there is a limit, of course. Yeah. So the European knights, they had these very strong big horses, the medieval knights, because they are they could carry a lot. Yeah.
Yes,
It's
because
the
yeah.
opposite from the Arabian horse. Yeah. The
Mhm.
Arabian horse is very, very thinny, very fast. Yeah. You have light or armor on. Yeah. You are very flexible. Yeah. So it
Yes.
depends on.
Yes, because I always ask myself, even there are different levels of armor. Like I have 15 kilo armor, I have 22 kilo armor, and my heavy armor from early Safavid period is 32. I
Ooh.
always ask myself, okay, this heavy cavalry armor, 32 kilos, and if you put it on, and you're, in my case, like 84, and you put it on, then I'm going to weigh
Yeah.
a lot for the horse. And then if the
Yeah.
horse has armor as well, how
Yeah.
can they carry it on the back? You understand? I always
Yeah.
ask myself, it's
Yeah.
hard,
Yeah.
hard for the horses, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Oh, yes.
So of course it's not easy for the horse. So
It's,
in the end, and in the old days they had more horses.
yes, yes.
Today it's so expensive. You have one horse and you pay a lot of it for only one horse. Yeah.
No,
So
you're
you
right.
have to be very careful that you don't do too much things with one horse.
Yeah,
But in the old days, they had a lot of horses, well-trained horses, and then you can change that the horse gets not too tired.
that's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Petra, let us just, I'm going to share something from what I prepared, so
Yeah.
you can walk us through it. And okay, let me see. Okay, first
Yeah.
of all, we start here. So, Petra, can you see the slide? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see. Yes.
Oh, okay. We have here your school,
Yeah.
and before we start with natural horseback archery, you explained why natural, because you want to establish contact between human beings and the horse, right? Or the
Yeah.
rider and the horse. But one thing, did you start archery first yourself, or did you start riding first
Um, we start both at the same time.
at the same time? Okay, good.
So, in the same time, we have ground archery. Yeah, we have a form, and we start with sitting exercise. The sitting exercise is the important part in in the first.
What do
And
you mean
when
sitting?
and when
Le-
both are working good, then
Mhm.
we bring bow and horse together.
Sitting, you mean sitting on horse
Yes,
back?
sitting
Oh,
on horse and keep the balance.
keep them.
Anyway, what the horse is doing in walk, trot, or gallop. Yeah, this is the first uh, to learn.
And Petra, is trot for beginners the hardest to learn?
Yes, the
Yes, it
trot
is.
is it's very difficult.
Very.
Yeah, so we use trot as a good exercise to keep the balance.
I believe you. I still remember that. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
It's very hard. Okay, so is that right? Okay, so you teach them at the same time, sitting on horseback and
Yeah,
also foot archery. Then you bring them together. Okay,
yeah.
okay. And then regarding hitting the target, there is also I wanted to ask you. We see in many modern competitions that they ride, then they turn to the left and shoot at 90 degree to the left, but they never shoot normally 45 degrees here or in front, or they back, or mostly, not all of them, mostly go 90 degree to the left. Could you just tell us about these differences?
Okay, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. Okay, so let's talk about targets, target size, and distance.
Yes.
We know that bow and arrow is there are two weapons in one. You have the distant weapon that you have a group and you shoot all together to hit something, let's say 100 meter. Yeah, that's one. But there are also techniques with smaller bows in a confront contact. Yeah, it's both. So it could be both.
Mm-hmm.
What we are seeing today is a 90 centimeter target in a distant maximum 50 meter or minimum 10 meter. So, and this is very, I say 90 centimeter is comfortable, it's big, and it's no problem. Yeah. So this is why you see this shoulder line to the left, front and back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And the horse is running in a track.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a basic way. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically this way.
But if we go, so we are shooting on an open field, we have no track,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to ride and shoot in the same time. That means I cannot be the fast trick shooter because the target is 90 centimeter on 80 meters
Mm-hmm.
away, like a enemy line, 5
Yes.
targets. I have to keep the contact. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have the 45-degree angle to hit something on 100 meter.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you are riding an attack
Mm-hmm.
with a horseback archery,
Mm-hmm.
it's on the front, then you can shoot over the head of the horse. And this you cannot do when the targets are too close.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this gives a real feeling
Mm.
to hit something on a bigger distance.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
very
And
good.
imagine when you have this enemy line and it's 100 meter and the horse is in gallop, very, very fast, you on 40 meters. And then 40, 50, 40 or 30 meters. And then you know, as an expert, oh, that's too close.
Too close. Yeah, yeah. Very
Yeah.
close. Very
Then
close.
it could be difficult.
Very difficult. Yeah, too close.
Because, the target's shooting back in the real.
Exactly.
They are not standing and say, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. No, no,
Yeah,
no.
that's right.
They have an answer.
It reminds me of Mike Tyson. He said before going to a boxing fight match, everyone has a plan until he gets punched in the face.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a very
Yes.
good, because they hit back, they fight
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Here I have also from beautiful pictures I have from your
Yeah.
website. Tell us first, what is this picture on top left?
Oh, this is years ago in Mongolia. So this was, I was much younger. This was one of my biggest dreams to go to Mongolia and live like a nomad girl there with my horses and something like that. And I had the big chance, it was 2000, to get an invitation to Mongolia to a nomad family. And I lived there for 6 weeks with the nomad family together. And this was 25 years ago. And really, what I didn't know in that time was that I was a lucky girl because this was before the nomad culture was totally changed in Mongolia.
Can you explain in which sense it changed?
It changed now. Last year I was in Mongolia, and how can I say, the modern world and the mobile and the globalization reach the Mongolian yurts anyway in Mongolia. So, you have the mobile phones, smartphones, you have the pictures, and this is this is changing the world. Yeah. And also,
Yeah.
25 years ago, the family, they were herd the horses with other horses. Now, today, they are using motor bicycles to collect the herds. Machines. Yes, yes, I will send it. I will send to you. I have videos. And what's happened is, if you, because last year I worked as a nomad there. And if your horse understand to push other horses, you are in contact between the horse, the human, and the job who is to do. If you use a bicycle, there is no feeling. It's loud. It's working. Yes, of course it's working, but it's not like in the normal way. And it's like an
Industrialization.
and yes,
Industrialization. Yes.
what's happened now in Mongolia? Now they have a big problems. Everybody wants to live in the city. And the normal Mongol culture was very deep connected to the horse. The horse was a holy being because uh, everything what the Mongolian Empire could reach was because of these horses. And the most Mongolian people, they know it, but they know also it's gone. It's gone. That's lost. So they are living in the city, and everybody eats meat, and now they are starting to slaughter the horses.
Oh, yeah, I remember you mentioned this is a huge problem
Yeah.
because they didn't, you told me they didn't eat that in the past. Now there are like massive
Yeah.
butchering of horses. And then you also told me about a Mongolian activist who does a
Yes.
campaign from ethical point of view not to do that. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Very interesting.
Yeah. It's a big challenge. So, and really, it makes me very sad. And also, they have a big industry, touristic industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's very hard for the horses in Mongolia. And
Mhm.
personally, I think this culture is gone. It's gone. Maybe the government can do something, but people are so self-orientated. Yeah, it's a new culture, the globalization culture.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe Bhutan is different. Bhutan, Bhutan is different.
Yes. And they also have this horse culture there, right? In Bhutan.
Yes, of course, all of this Tibet Asian culture, they all have the old uh, archetype warrior horse and all other weapons from horse and the Tibetan armor comes from the Persian armor. They
Mm.
had a contact
Mhm.
over the Seidenstraße.
Silk Road,
Yeah,
over the
over
Silk
the
Road.
Silk Road. I found it very interesting that the
Yes.
Tibetan armor is some kind of Persian armor.
That's right. Can you explain to the where are you here? You're with on armor on horseback.
Yeah.
Where is it?
So this is close to my farm. I live in a national park.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have a very nice surrounding, and this is
Yes.
my horse Merlin, and we are doing some demonstration for a German television show.
Very
It
interesting.
was about Amazons. Yeah.
Mm.
So when people are looking at me, they all come up with, "Oh, you are an Amazon." And I always tell, "No, no, no, no. I'm not an Amazon. I'm normal." So in the ancient time, it was normal. Everybody has to do a job. Yeah.
Yes.
It was not special with big boobs and short skirt or something like that. Yeah, it was. This is also one of my opinion that in the ancient time, everybody has to stay alive,
Yes,
also
absolutely,
for women.
absolutely. Here we have the concept of horse aikido, and I see you like with the staff, a long staff on
Yeah,
horseback. Can you tell us about this concept? What do you mean exactly?
yeah. So this is one of the horse aikido. It's a mix between horse communication
Mm,
and martial art.
mm,
But in this case, it has a meaning because
mm,
it that I use Aikido and not
mm,
Kung Fu or Karate.
mm,
Yeah, because Aikido has the concept of I use energy,
mm,
I use it and pull and lead it to another direction.
mm,
And this is basically the language of the horses.
mm,
When they are fighting with each other or they have a discussion, they are using their energy and use it more like Aikido.
Interesting, interesting,
Yeah,
very interesting. And here I have two very nice pictures of you again. One is on the left.
yeah,
I assume you're in a yurt or a ger.
yeah.
Is it in Mongolia?
No, when I came back from Mongolia, I I was I was so inspired by what I saw that I decide to live in a Mongolian yurt with my horses around. And really, in Germany, I lived 3 years in a Mongolian yurt. Yeah.
Really?
Yes, in
On your
Germany.
farm?
Huh?
On your farm?
No, no, that was the farm I have only 10 years now. That
Ah, okay,
was
before that
before that.
period.
So it was close to Berlin, and I put my yurt on and my horses around, and I guess I was one of the first in Germany who put a yurt on Germany ground.
You
Yeah.
lived there for 3 years?
Yes, 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 yes. And it was amazing. Manusha, it
That's
was amazing. I had so nice
wonderful.
contact to my horses. You know,
Oh,
they knew, I have so funny stories what they did. And
that's what I call perseverance. That you 3 years in
yeah,
Germany.
yeah. But
Unbelievable.
but it was a very romantic idea. But it's really not working in Germany because the climatic is too wet. And you need a team because the yurt is like a ship. So you have to check it every day if everything is in on the good place. Yeah, you have to heat it. Yeah, and if a storm is coming, you have to take care of the yurt, and so you really need a family. Yeah, you need a tribe.
And you were living alone there?
I had with some friends sometimes, so because oh, it was very special and maybe challenge to live there, but it's hard life. It's hard life.
Well, that's fascinating. I mean, I
Yeah,
have known you for some years, but I didn't know that you
you
lived
didn't
in
know
your
that.
picture. It's fascinating. It's like
Yes,
I say,
this.
this is dedication, perseverance. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I have
I
known you for
really.
years, but I didn't know this one. Wow,
Yeah, yeah. I had
impressive.
also some hunting birds.
Really? Like
Yeah.
hawks?
Yes,
Right?
yes. One of my friend, he trained hunting birds, and he bring the birds to me to that I train them to become. And yes, I had a really, really, really crazy life there.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, but it doesn't work in this Germany modern
But
time.
I have a question. Why don't you know you have a big farm where people come and we come back to it to do seminars with you, right? You have a very
Yeah.
beautiful place. Why don't you put a yurt outside?
We
In your,
have.
oh,
We
you
have.
have. Okay,
Yeah,
here you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
You have, right.
But I put it down in winter time. Yeah.
Okay.
And I put it up again in springtime.
Okay, you have, right.
Yes, I
Okay.
have. You have to come.
Yes, yeah, because each time I came to you, it was winter time. Do you remember? That's the reason I didn't see it. Right, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. Very interesting. Okay, the picture on the right side, again, what do we see there, please?
So if you have different weapons and um, it's like on the ground. You
Yes.
have a block, you have to go away, you have to turn. Yeah. And basically, dressage comes from fighting. So the horse learns some special body moving that is combined to the rider and the weapon of the rider. This is the true root of dressage.
What's the name of the horse here? I think I matched this horse.
It's Merlin.
Is this again Merlin? Why does it
Yeah,
look
it's
different?
Merlin. It's
Yeah,
again Merlin, yes.
it's Merlin.
And um, well, he passed away last for 1.5 year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but it's still the best example.
Is it he? It passed away because of old age, right?
No, sadly not. He was ill,
Yeah.
and yeah, and that's really also a thing. If you train a horse and you have a horse friend, it's like a human.
Of course, it's the same.
And you have
No, of
really,
course.
I can understand there are big stories about Alexander the Great and his horse. And there was also Napoleon had his special horse.
Of
Really,
course.
if you go through difficult situations, the friendship is more closer.
No, of course I agree with you. I mean,
And
animals become part of the family. I mean, and I
yeah,
can imagine a horse, which is really, big in size, in physical size. But I
yeah.
remember when my kids, my daughter had two different hamsters, and we all felt so close to these hamsters. And when
Yeah,
they passed away, one of them was old age, one of them was of a, disease or
yeah,
illness, and it was hell for my kids. And for
yeah,
all of us, even if it's
yep,
a small animal. So you can
yeah,
imagine what happens if you have a larger animal. And
yeah,
right, so I can imagine it's the same thing. You lose a
yeah,
living
yeah,
thing. Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Here we have you again on horseback and shooting an arrow.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some words about this position?
Yeah, you can see if maybe you can see of my seat, you can see a little bit the horse stance.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
this upper body,
Hmm.
yeah. And in the same time,
Hmm.
it's relaxed. It's
Yes,
straight, but it's relaxed. Yeah.
yes, relax. Absolutely.
And seriously, that shooting from horseback, it's always you cannot repeat it. Every gallop is unique.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
because the horse is living in now. And
Mhm.
it's when you start to gallop, I
Mhm.
in inside of me, I always say, and now go. And you have to let it go. In this second, when I'm looking away from the horse, I give my control, I give my control up. I cannot control a horse.
Ah,
You
I see.
need a friend.
I see. I
In
see.
this second, when I'm shooting from horseback, my horse takes a command. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And in the ancient time, there were war horses. They totally understand what to do to protect the rider.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So you need a friend.
Very interesting.
Yeah. This is always what I say. Yeah. Lose the reins, and then we will see. if your horse is a friend or not.
Very good statement. I really
It's
love it.
very easy.
Yes.
Don't talk. But you know, the horse people are so talking, 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 talking. Oh God, I get so bored of it. Yeah. I always say, stop talking, sit on horse and show me.
No, of course. I believe. I believe. In action, not only in talking.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah, everybody
Do it
can
in the
talk.
real world, as we say in English,
Yeah.
right? Petra, what is on the picture on the top left? You're just
Oh, yes.
shooting in armor.
Yeah, so this is every second year in Berlin, there is a Mongolian Germany festival.
Okay.
And this will organized by the Berlin government.
Mm-hmm.
And I am always there to show horseback archery. So,
Oh,
and this is the picture shows me when I'm demonstrate the archery on the ground, but I also shoot from horseback there.
ah, shoot from horseback. Are you shooting at the balloon here?
No, no, the balloon is only for spear
Ah, it's for
from horse.
spear. Okay, okay. And then I have the picture on the here on the right side down.
Yes,
What is
yes.
happening here?
So many years, I'm also well known for my shows because my horses are very, very calm and safe. Yeah. So this is a typically a little demonstration where I can show on a horse fair um, how to shoot from horseback.
Ah,
Yeah,
ah,
but you always can see that I have no saddle. I
no,
always riding with a bareback.
bareback. Yes, I
Yeah,
see that.
but okay, for safety, you cannot shoot real. Yeah,
No, of
so
course,
it's
of
very
course.
close. I'm galloping around, and the distance is maybe 3 or 4 meters.
And there are
But
people all around, right? Of
yes,
course.
and people are around. Yeah.
So good. Like arrows going all over the place. And and the people before you start, everyone dodges if an arrow comes. An arrow comes and dodges down, dodge to the side, try to avoid.
Yeah.
This is a dangerous show, then, right?
Yeah. Oh, the real challenge.
People, Petra, for those that show, people pay to get shot at. I mean, of course, you
Yes,
cannot
we
do
call
that.
it moving target.
Yes, moving targets. Yeah, you're right. Funny, right? Okay, here we have you again. Just
Yeah.
tell us before, what do you mean with independent European horseback archery school? Why independent? What do you mean with that?
Independent means we are not a religion. Yes,
Mm,
we are not, oh, we have the only truth. Yeah, everybody, yeah, it's so typical for our modern world that you have some people, they collect people, and then you are working for this people, for
yes,
their
yes,
vision. Yeah.
that's right.
And independent means, oh, we take what's working. So that we have in our school, we have thumb archery, we have maybe other styles. Yeah. There is a basic knowledge we need that the riding and using weapons. This is a basic teaching that we are all able to use this safe for
Mm,
horse and human. But the
mm,
next step is, oh, if you try to do is like this or that, try it out. And this is what independent means.
mm,
So we are in a
mm,
living process
mm,
to keep something alive.
mm. Uh, the last one I wanted to ask, why are you holding, can you explain why you're holding the arrows in your bow hand?
Yes, we have some pictures from Sassanid, I guess.
Mhm,
And there you can see that this rider holds 3 arrows in
mhm,
front of
mhm,
the bow. And
Yes.
also in the North America
Mm.
or in the Scythian, you see that it's very easy to transport arrows in front of the bow.
Mm.
But if I can pull the arrow out of the bow, this is the shortest way, and I can keep my riding position anyway.
Yes.
If I use, if you imagine you take your arrows from a back quiver,
Mm.
yeah, and you are galloping and you're doing this, you raise up your arm.
Mm.
That's tricky, yeah.
Is
Or
it
you have,
easier from a side quiver?
yes, but it's a lot of moving.
It is. Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yes.
to be only, we have
Yes.
some texts from the Roman Empire. They say the Sassanid, they shoot 2 or 3 arrows very fast, and then
Mm.
they go into the opponent line. Yeah,
Mm.
so we know that they are fast shooting. Yeah, on a
Mm.
bigger distance. And to keep your position, it's
Mm.
the safest and fastest way to put the arrow from the front hand.
Yeah, okay. Very good.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's not necessary. It's my idea or
Mm.
what I figure out.
Mm.
But if you have stirrups and you can keep your balance in the stirrups, you can pull
Mm.
the arrows from everywhere you want.
Yes. Mm.
But it's a bigger moving.
That's right. I love this picture. Can you tell us
Yeah.
about your, especially the way you're sitting? Can you tell us a bit about the sitting position you have?
Yeah. Yes. Also, first, this is my new horse. It's Gyelpo. Gyelpo is Tibetan and means king. Yeah, and he is a very special horse. His breed comes from the Gaelic, I guess Gaelic people. They conquer Rome and they left their war horses in North Italian. And this breed name is Badiciano. And the Badiciano is an old breed from the Gallic people from 50 after BC. And he is very strong from his body here. Yeah. So what you see is something we put martial art, philosophy, and way of martial art on horseback. This is what you see. So I'm barefoot, yeah,
Mhm.
and you see that I'm very relaxed, and you also can see that's a typical straight stance like in Tai Chi or in Kung Fu.
Mhm. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's all about contact to the horse. And you can see that the ear of this horse is looking at me. So
Yes.
he's listened to me. Yeah.
Yes.
He's listened what comes next. And my hands
Mm.
are not on the reins.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. Here you're showing, demonstrating the position of releasing a bow. Can you
Yeah.
tell us about this position a bit?
Yeah. So this is the sideways shoot.
Mm.
Yeah. And again, it's my how can I say? There is a measuring. Yeah. If you have martial art, you have a geometric pattern on the ground. Yeah. And we have our shoulder line as a measuring to hit the target.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
right.
So this shoulder line is the hit on 10 meters.
Mm.
And this is the basic training in our school that you can master the 10 meters but via this shoulder line. And then later from this shoulder line, you can start to have bigger distance. But you need the 10 meters before.
And this is this beautiful picture,
Yeah.
and you're in a forest, and then with an armored horse, you're also armored.
Yeah.
By the way, riding in the forest when you're surrounded by trees is very challenging, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes. And it's also not for archery.
No, of course, not for archery.
Yeah, that's it's not so easy. Yeah, but this is a picture only for photo shooting. Photo shooting. Yeah, but you can see that also because of my seat, I can do everything with my upper body. And this is what the picture shows. Yeah, you see, my lower body is totally connected to the horse, and my upper body can do other stuff.
That's right, I can see that.
Yeah.
Very good. Excellent. And now let us just watch you here. Let me just first play it once. You see Pettra? Wonderful. I love this video. I'm going to play it again. Pettra, tell us what you're doing here.
So, first, this is in Mongolia.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Mongolia. And if you go into the internet and you see the competitions,
yes,
then you see that they are using a fence left and right.
Yes.
And the kind of riding what the Mongolian people have today is very how can I say cruel. It's grausam, cruel.
Yes,
It's
cruel.
totally
Absolutely.
cruel. You see open mouth and everything. And I trained this horse maybe 3 days. And then I could ride on very, very small signals, and I don't need any offense.
Perfect.
And this is really, yeah, then questions arise. Why people riding so badly? Yeah, because they don't need it in real. Why? And this is because it looks wild when I'm doing, yeah, I make a show, yeah. Yeah, this is all often because people want to show them up. Yeah. But it's not necessary. This horse was one of Nara's horses from my Mongolian friend who saved the horses from slaughter. Yeah. And I had very interesting experience with this horse. Yeah. And the Mongolian horses are growing up as wild horses, so they know to be free. This is totally different to European horses. European horses are more like dogs. They were never free. Yeah. Yeah. So they are like hamster.
Yeah, hamsters. Yeah, I agree.
Yes, and they put it in the box and feed them. But this was a Mongolian horse. And you can see in the Mongolian horse they decide. They say, okay, now, okay, go. I work with you for 1 hour, then you let me free again into my real world.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let us just watch you shooting again because I really love it, the way you ride and shoot.
And you see, and this is also typical, the horses, the Mongolian horses are small. And the Mongolian people are tall.
Yes,
they are tall, strong people like the Tibetan people.
Yeah.
So, and when you please show it again. Please show it again. You see that my upper body is totally calm. It's totally calm. It's
Yes.
because of the small horse. They have not so much big body moving, and that makes it more easier to hit.
Ah, very interesting. Yes, I remember when I went to Mongolia, I was really surprised how tall and strong they were. Right. Yes, you are. Okay, so let me just stop sharing. I have some news for all members. Now, I said it in German, but I know that many people in this channel come from English-speaking countries and worldwide. You can take lessons from Pettra also online. Am I correct, Pettra?
Yes.
Yes.
Soon it
Soon.
will be
Okay, soon.
online.
So, guys, to all this channel, we are going to have, first of all, thanks to all of you. We are going to reach the magical number of 10,000 real subscribers on YouTube. Really, we are very happy. It is a big performance.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I would like to ask all of you, because many people want to learn horse riding, and I just told them horse riding, horseback archery, Pettra. So you're going to contact Pettra. I'm going to put her website information. You can always contact Pettra, and soon she's going also to provide online. So if you know that now she speaks English, fluent English, so you can. If you're in the United States, we have most members on this channel are from the United States, also from North America, Canada. We have also many from Middle and South America. We have also many in Europe and Asia, of course, and some in Africa. And I would like to ask all of you, Australia, we have many members in Australia as well, to come, and you can book Pettra. You can learn riding online. You can also take horseback riding or archery or whatever from Pettra. So I'm going to put her link here on her website. So Pettra, is there anything else you would like to share with our subscribers, members, fans, or whatever?
So first of all, I want to say thank you to you for this great opportunity. And I hope we can work together in the future and show a little bit more about this fantastic contact of old times.
Thank you very much. And then, as even Pettra said, soon, guys, contact her now so you can be already on a waiting list or whatever. So you can already contact Pettra at the moment, right, Pettra? I'm sure we can.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I wish you a nice day, Pettra, and thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Talk soon.